I'm Tom McHugh. I'm the CEO at FINBOURNE. FINBOURNE has been around for about 8 years, and we bring efficiency to firms and capital markets. There's a huge breadth of firms that we can do that with, but our primary focus is very much about building whatever toolkits are necessary for that efficient outcome. My journey as a CEO is a pretty typical one, to be honest. I started out as CTO, so on the technology side, then eventually ended up spending a lot more time on product and finally ended up becoming CEO. The hardest part of all of it is the people. It always has been and always will be. How do you know at every stage of growth who's right for it? And how do you know what you don't know, which is when people aren't right for the journey anymore? On top of that, it's very much the thing I probably learned slightly too late is why investors look at the metrics they do, right? So for a long time, I was like, you just need to understand the vision. We have a vision, but actually the metrics are incredible proof points along the journey. And as I said, in some ways I've learned that probably too late. So I don't think the market's going to get better anytime soon. Post the funding round, we're very, very much about doing more of the same. So it's more about scaling the commercials, broadening the customer base, learning about the product, and then obviously looking at the landscape. So there's a lot of focus now on AI. We have new product capabilities in Q1 next year coming out for that, but it's very, very much about how do we increase our commercial footprint and increase our user base. So in terms of advice I'd give myself, one of our earliest investors at Frontline gave me this advice and I completely ignored it and didn't understand it until about 5 years too late. So Shay said to me, he said, you're about to cross a desert. Like, your vision is so grand, how are you going to prove the milestones on the way? And I didn't really understand the significance of that until recently. So if I was doing it again, I'd very much put less pressure on me and the team and look at the intermediate proof points and fund on milestones rather than funding for a huge vision that in the end took years to accomplish.